I remember watching one video, and I think the commentator was saying, "Oh, he's about to come into land," but I think you did a touch and go, and he was like, "Oh no, okay, he's going around." Loved that. That
Yes,
was great.
I posted a video in French explaining all the air show, but I'm going to do it in English, I think, before end of June. Because what you have to know is I didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, did you
I,
not? Okay.
oh, no, absolutely not. Wasn't planned at all. So I'm a Navy guy. I've got 200 landing on the boats. I need like 200 meters max to land a boat, on 150 meters to land. I came in, I wanted my display. I come from aerobatics. As a teenager, I flew extra, stuff like that. So I really know in terms of display, you have to stay in front of people and stuff like that. So on D-Day, I had no fuel tanks, and we usually fly with fuel tanks. So I didn't get any training flight without the fuel tanks. And I came in after my Zoom climb, came back for the break, did a very short circuit, wanted to come in fast, but coming from the super retardar, where you have spool up time that is pretty critical, I don't like getting like during my last turn on idle power. Otherwise, I almost kill myself too many times on super E. I like to have some engine response. Yeah. So I did my last turn at 190 knots, and as I got back wings level after a 40-degree angle of bank turn, I had a lot of fixed energy. So I went power to idle, and it settled in the ground effect. And being of the runway, 192 knots. And I need 175 knots to put the wheels on the ground. So I just waited, and I was, damn, but it's not slowing down. The aircraft is just keeping the speed. So I had two options. Option one, 175 knots, positive landing, jump on the brake. It would have stopped, but in terms of risk level, wasn't in what I briefed myself. So I thought, I'm going to touch the wheels and go back for a loop, and I'll excuse myself on the radio. So that's what I did. Went with a burner on just for the show. As I'm climbing, I'm actually speaking on the radio, and I'm laughing. I'm speaking myself. The only way I could go and deal with my mistake was to laugh at myself on the radio. So I went back on the radio and say, I'm sorry, for safety reasons I have to go around. And so I went around, and I think that's why the commentator is laughing, because he's hearing my radios.
Yeah.
And I'm landing and coming back, so with a less short approach, I immediately went to the commanding officer of the base and excused myself. And he told me, you were within timing, safety first, absolutely no worries. But the next 2 days after, when I went back to the squadron, so I was head instructor, the first thing what I did was at the morning brief, I explained to all my students the mistake I did. And as a fully grown-up instructor, if you can do that type of mistakes, everyone can do it. So it's all about sharing the information and having everybody understand that going around, even if it's in front of 45,000 people as a French in a foreign country, it's the worst case scenario ever. Just deal with it and you'll be fine.
Well, your tiny mistake certainly made it for the crowd, that's for sure, after.